I've had 3 people reach out to me in the past week because they failed their PMI RMP exam. Now, you might be thinking, Russ, that's okay. People fail the exam. That's you teach the RMP. Why is this a surprise to you? But here's the thing, I haven't been at my desk. I haven't even been in Florida. I've been in Whidbey Island in the state of Washington visiting my sister who retired from the US Navy. I've been off the grid, but in the process, my community has grown by 5 individuals. I've crossed the 1,000 subscriber mark on YouTube. Thank you all for subscribing to this channel. If you haven't, subscribe now. Join this community, join this group. But the real thing that I want to go over here is that people have been finding me about the RMP on YouTube. The problem is, in the past week while I've been here, I've had 3 people reach out to me who failed that exam, failed twice, and found me on YouTube, reached out after joining the community, one of which is dedicated to joining my RMP course that starts in a couple weeks. But the big thing that I want to go over here is that, I'm seeing a trend with people failing the RMP, a trend that I definitely want to go over today. This is a struggle that I want to make sure people understand about. This is the RMP trap is what I'm calling it right now. Obviously, majority of the people, out of everyone I've worked with, only one doesn't have the PMP before going for the RMP. She actually had to cap them before she went over and passed it. But the big thing is the PMP is a hard exam. The PMP is, it's the pinnacle of becoming a project manager. It is what we all strive for in this process. And when we get it, we get some confidence. We know that we can pass this exam. We know that we can do the work. We know that we can actually make it. But in turn, when people go to take the RMP, what I'm seeing is a little bit of overconfidence. So when the PMP, you put time, you put effort, you put studying into the mix. But on the other side, when they sit for the RMP, they look at it like it's a snippet of the PMP, but it's not. The new 2026 PMP is adding in more risk management. But anyone who hasn't taken that, which at this point, very slim to anyone watching right now, RM risk management in itself was maybe 5 questions out of the 180 on the PMP. So when individuals had the confidence walking into the RMP from the PMP, they're not doing well because the RMP is a rough exam. And the information that I'm gathering from them is that they're taking cheap courses off Udemy that worked for the PMP. The PMP has been around and there's been tons of people who have been teaching it. There's been tons of material because it's the pinnacle. It is the standard for risk or project management to where people are actually taking and studying for this exam. And Udemy has some great resources. But the problem is the RMP does not have those same amount of good resources sitting out there. So what I'm seeing is people are taking this RMP and they're using these Udemy and these other courses out there. But the problem is some of those courses, the individuals teaching them, they don't even have the RMP. They haven't passed the exam. They haven't actually studied for this. Instead, they just push out tons of risk management material based along the exam content outline from what they've seen and from what they know, and they're not actually teaching people how to pass the exam. This is why I think, now I have no proof of this is Russell Parker, just my own thoughts, is that is why PMI has put out a huge thing on the RMP and put together their own material that you can find online now. And the material that as a ATP I am teaching. And that material is because there is such bad material online right now. And it's the reason why people are failing this exam and why they're coming to me saying, Russ, this exam is impossible. You can't pass it with this material. And I'm like, yeah, you can't pass it with the material that you've studied. Instead, people need someone who's passed the exam. When I was studying, I saw this gap myself. I saw that the material I was studying was not good enough. That's when I found Harry Hall. And if anyone knows who Harry Hall is, he's the project risk coach. He is retired, but the guy was awesome. And I still consider him a mentor, someone that I can look to for questions and for answers on different areas. But at the end of the day, he actually showed me what you need to do to pass the exam. he was an RMP. Now, I'm not saying all the material out there is not taught by RMPs, but I'm just saying that majority of it out there is not qualified to actually help people. That is why for 44 Risk PM, I became an ATP. That is why I teach the RMP exam prep courses. That's why I started my RMP exam prep community with additional resources, additional connection to me to get some one-on-one time, to get some answers, to get some videos of me answering your questions as you need them. So really in today's video, I just want to go over the fact that the RMP is a hard exam. The RMP is sitting out there, and anyone who wants to take it, you need to take it seriously. And you cannot use what you did on the PMP for the RMP. Read the exam content outline. Check out my series that I did on the exam content outline, going over each domain, going over the books that if you haven't checked out and you haven't started reading, you need to read like starting today if you're planning to take the exam. All right. This is the easiest way to actually prepare. It's not overly complicated. It's not hard. Just it is intense because it is highly focused on project risk management. All right. Hey, if you need anything, let me know. Obviously, you guys can reach out to me through my communities. You can reach out to me in the comments below, whatever you want to do. All right. I'll see you all later. 44 Risk PM out.